Hi there, YouTubers and weavers. I'm doing another scarf. Pretty soon you're going to get tired of seeing scarf videos, but it's fall, although it's now late fall. I'll show you the scarf in just a second. Just want to mention what it's made out of. Where did I put that? There it is. So this is a scarf made out of cotton called Circulo Whoopee Sport Weight. It's a 100% mercerized Brazilian virgin cotton. Comes in balls that are 582 meters or 578 yards, 200 grams, 7.05 ounces. So it's more than I need to do one scarf, but not enough to do two. I've been weaving or taking two. These have both had some stuff wound off of them. Don't need that little, some stuff wound off them. There's one, there's the other, but they're really supposedly the same dye lot and everything. It's just, it's a variegated, and they change colors all over the place. So I'm using both of these. Again, I took alternating warp threads, one from each, and I'm just using just this one for the weft. So I've already done all of the measuring of the warp. The loom is warped. I've already started the weaving. I skipped all those steps. You've seen me do that on the last couple of videos, so I thought this time I'll just concentrate on the weaving and hopefully show you what it looks like when it gets done. I put this at 12 ends per inch. After I've gotten to weaving, I think I would have been better off at 10 ends per inch. But that was a guess. Again, you know, I'm using a new yarn. I'm not sure what's going to work best. This felt like it could have been at 10, but I don't know. It'll work just fine at 12. So let's move the camera and show you what I'm weaving. Okay, I'm just doing plain weave. Get that little. I had a request in a recent video to not speed up the video 3 to 4 times to show you the weaving. So I'm going to just weave for a couple of minutes and not speed this up when I get into creating the version of this for YouTube. Time to advance the warp. I don't know if it shows up on the camera very well, but maybe right there you can see. I've got a floating selvage. I don't really need the floating selvage because I'm doing plain weave, but it doesn't hurt to have it, and I could treadle this and make it twill, although now I'm probably about 1/3 of the way into this scarf, and I think it looks perfectly good in plain weave. So let's advance the warp a little bit. That's enough of that for now. I'm going to turn the video off and keep going. Well, gang, as you can see here, I'm just about to the very end of the threads and a little bit less here where the floating selvage was. So it's time to stop weaving. There's not much more I can do. That is just about as far as I can go. Okay, now we're back at the front of the loom. I suppose I could weave another inch or so, but there's just not very much there to work with. But I've got some extra warp threads that I measured out here. Not warp threads, weft threads. I cut that off of the shuttle, and I'm doing hem stitching on this one. So let's see if I can push that through the loop, through the eye of the needle. I know my hands are outside the picture just for a second there. Let's see, we'll go over 4, come back around, and cup up. Let's see, where were we here? We're this thread here. And now we'll go up. Okay, now we'll go, we've done the up, now we'll go over another 4. Wonder if we can squeeze you in just a little bit closer. That's about as close as I can get you. Go through like that. Go down and then come back up. 1, 2, 3. 4. So that's looped it. By doing that, I've looped around these four and tied them into a little bundle. Now this thread's effectively going to come back down that way. Go down and under the next 4. We're going to go back down through that same opening again. Get this out of the way. And now we're going to find where we were. And there, now that bundle right there has been tied together. So we'll just keep doing this 4 threads at a time. Now we'll go up. So hopefully you get the idea of what I'm doing here. I know it's hard to see. I wonder if I can find a way to move the camera closer yet. Let me see. Okay, I switched to a different lens to get a little bit closer view. So let's see. Thread came out in a little bit, so we're going to go over to here and under those 4 threads and pull all this through. Now we're going to go back down in between the same opening. Tighten that up. And then we're going to find 1, 2. Come up through that again. And there can you see that I've got where it looped around these 4 threads, it tightens and holds them together. Let's do it one more time. We're going to find the opening between the last 4 threads, go over 4 threads, pull it down, back down through, tighten that up. Now we'll go to this spot here. We know which threads were in between, so now we're going to move up 1. I got to find the right place. There we go. And then when I pull, it'll tighten this. We'll do it one more time on camera, and then I'm just going to work my way across. These threads are big enough I can kind of pick out exactly where I want to go through. Tighten it up. Okay, enough for now. You'll see the whole thing when I'm totally done. Alright, this hem stitching is done all the way across. I zoomed the camera back out just a little bit. We're going to cut off this thread. I kind of wove it back in a little bit up there just to have a place to tie off that thread. There's that. We're going to loosen this up a little bit. Pardon, I'm going to go in front of the camera. And there's my scissors. I want to cut it all off. I don't know if you'll be able to see all this, but here we go. I had some weights on the back. They just fell. The weights were holding the floating selvages. We'll get another drop when I get to this side. There we go. This is done. Let's loosen up the ratchets and roll this up. These wooden pieces here, got them underneath their wrapping, so those will fall in just a second. And we'll lock this in place. And now we've got to cut again, so let's hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I will take and trim these off evenly so that the extra threads at both ends are the same length. I'll do that off camera. Then we'll show you what it looks like. Well, gang, after looking at this, and even though I've got the hem stitching on there, just looking at it, I decided, I'm going to put twisted fringes into it anyways. I think it'll look neat, especially with all the color variations. So we're going to do I want to do this 6 threads at a time or 4 threads at a time? Decisions, because I've got this little gadget that will do 3, 4, or 6 easily enough. I'm going to try a 6 and see how it looks. 2, 4, 6. I've cut them to 6 inches. Which usually means, for most yarns, that I get about 30 turns in my twisted fringes. So let's see how this looks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1. I think that looks pretty decent. We'll stay with 6. 2, 4, 6. Which should come out to the exact number all the way across, because I believe I have 120 threads. So, as long as I've counted correctly and count 6 each time, One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we are. Wonder if you can zoom in a little bit more. Zoom in. There's about it. Now what I'm going to do, just to be sure if I do have any miscounts, I'm going to start over on this other side and do that edge as well. So let's count out 2, 4, 6, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could probably get away with a few less turns, but this looks really nice and neat. So there. And just like I said before on the weaving, I'm not going to keep doing this online. I just comb it out a little bit, and then I will show you more when I get this done. Well, YouTubers, I have finished this scarf. Got a fairly good amount of thread or yarn left over. But I'll figure out something to do with this. I don't know what. Anyways, here's the scarf. I did decide to put twisted fringes on it, even though I hem stitched it. And I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to bring it up really close. I don't know if you can see the hem stitching there. Those little vertical yellow lines. And on the other side there, kind of diagonal lines. But I decided to do the twisted fringes anyways. So let's show you what the whole scarf looks like. Well, how much can I get into the camera thing? There's half of it. Turn it around. Show you the other half. And how long is it? Well, comes to just about mid-thigh on me, so I'm happy, basically happy with the way it looks. I think I would have been better off at 10 ends per inch instead of 12 and 10 picks per inch instead of 12. But that having been said, it looks really nice. It's a little stiffer than I would like, which is why I think I should have gone to fewer ends per inch. It would have been a little bit drapier. But then again, this will be a little bit, this tighter weave will be more protection from the wind for whoever I give this to. So there you go. That's this scarf done. I'm all ready to start on another one. It's going to be blue and white. Just a second. I'll show it to you. This will be the next two. They're two totally different yarns, but they're both South American wool. This is this wool of the Andes, and this one is that Brazilian merino. But if I remember correctly, this wool of the Andes is also merino, and they look to me very much the same size. From a knitting purpose, which I don't do, they both say to use the same needle size. It says to use a number 6. So I'm going to try putting them together and see how it works. That'll be the next project. So let's not continue with talking about that right now. Anyways, the multicolored scarf is done, and I'm happy with the way it looks. So we'll catch you the next time around on YouTube. You know the drill, all the usual likes, subscribes, comments, etc., etc. And I will catch you the next time around. Bye-bye.